everybody? Welcome back to Northernlion, please. The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. I skipped yesterday's daily as well. Again, I just got caught up in it. I went to a dentist appointment. I streamed a bit. I missed yesterday's daily. I checked the Reddit thread and it seemed like it was kind of a mixed daily, which normally is not that bad. If the Reddit thread says it's mixed, that means I tend to like it a little bit more. If the Reddit thread says it's terrible, I'm right down there in the pits with them. On May 1st daily became 83rd, 0.98 overall percentile. 21,652 points, which is a terrible score, but it just means that the seam was impossible to find. Today we are Apollyon, we're going to the Void, and the scores are good today. We're not going to the Void, sorry. We have the Void, we're going to the Cathedral. The scores are genuinely in the level that I would expect them to be at. And I'm excited to be playing dailies again, you know? My professional life has felt slightly out of whack ever since I've gotten out of the habit of doing a daily to start each day. You know, I wake up, put some cold brew concentrate in my mug because I'm a hipster, and then, you know, drink it up, wait 15 minutes for it to hit the bloodstream. Ooh, that was close. And then do the Isaac daily, and it was a routine that was working out pretty well for me. And, you know, it's not like my life is in shambles, but, you know, I didn't make cold brew concentrate recently, so I've been drinking a hot coffee in the summer because I'm a backwards man. Takes 20 minutes to cool down. Same amount of time to hit the bloodstream. Has just slowed down my overall productivity a little bit. Well, you could just wake up 20 minutes earlier. You get that person out of here. Get them out of here. But yeah, I went to the dentist yesterday. Kate is effectively the adult in our relationship with respect to most things. If it wasn't for her, I would never go to the dentist. And it's not that I don't take good care of my teeth. I take good care of my teeth. I probably have not gone to bed or woken up and spent the whole day without brushing my teeth in there were probably some times back in college where, you know, you want to go to sleep, but maybe you had a little bit too much of the devil's nectar. Or, you want to brush your teeth, but you had a little bit too much of the devil's nectar, and you make a bad decision, you go, I'll just do it tomorrow morning. As you wake up, your mouth smells like a garbage can. Not a good idea, but anyway. Ever since then, you know, I floss, I brush my teeth. Hear me out here. Genius plays. This is gonna take a minute. But yeah, I have practiced good dental hygiene, and it is a good thing to go to the dentist, but I would never go, because I'd always be like, it's gonna take a couple hours. I could just do something else with my time instead. But it's good, you know, she makes sure we go to the dentist twice a year. And dude, as far as I'm concerned, the dentist is like the closest thing I have to meditation. I don't necessarily like being at the dentist, but I don't dislike it. And, you know, when I'm in the chair and they're scraping and there's all sorts of tools and apparatuses in there that I have no idea what they do. You know, they got a tooth polisher. They got the hook scraper. They got dental floss. I'm aware of what that is, but it fit into the joke, so I brought it up. But I'm just like, I mean, at the risk of coming across a little dark with this joke, I basically just sit there and I'm like, whatever you need to do to make this, you know, work, by all means. I'm just here. I'm going to look up at the TV screen that you've seemingly unsafely bolted to what appears to be like a ceiling made out of styrofoam. I think that's like the best value we could have hoped for out of High Priestess there. And, you know, I'm just in my own happy place here while you're doing this. The one exception was when I had my wisdom teeth taken out, and I swear to this day that there was not enough local anesthetic used. That was a less interesting experience. Well, more interesting, less excellent experience. But then later, people were like, NL, why didn't you just tell him to use more anesthetic? And, you know, it sounds like a very smart idea, but I gotta be honest, I didn't know that was part of the rules of engagement at the dentist. I didn't know you could just be like, I don't think you used enough anesthesia. Apparently, now that I know that, the world's my oyster, you know? Okay. It's actually a great boss fight to have Chariot for, because Little Horn can be a little annoying. It's a tough call. No, it's not, because we will suck up Book of Sin. So first we'll get the key out of it, and then we'll suck it up, and we got, I think, a bomb out of it right there. And then I think we'll probably just take Pageant Boy for a couple of reasons, one of which is that we're not going to get a charge regardless. The other one is that money's good. Not only does it give us points, but it gives us the ability to buy maybe incredibly useful items from our shop. What are the big ones? I mean, Humbling Bundle is a really, really huge one, if you can get it for point purposes. The Onsus room is more of a secret room play at this point. I'm about, well, now I'm like 85% sure, or confident, I should say, 85% confident that we can get to 15 cents just by shooting poops. I mean, it's better to suck that item up, but at the same time, how deep do we want to go on, you know, overcommitting ourselves on this floor? Because I would like the stat increase, but I also, like, would really, really not like to spend too much time here. But what's in the shop? Oh, it's a great shop, so we're happy to have gone. Apparently, the presents... well, I mean, first off, like Kanye West said, my presence is a present. Kiss my butt. But, the... you know what? Hear me out here. I need to think for a second here. I wouldn't say I'm rusty, I guess, but why not take some time here? If you suck up the presents, it gets used endlessly. So I think we want to just put it on a pedestal instead of using it. And then we want to grab this and void it. And that gave us starter deck and a spirit heart. And okay, we get the world card, which is fine. World card. Do we want to buy the remote detonator? I don't really want the effective remote detonator because I think it could hurt me, but I would like to have the bombs maybe. But first, let me come back in here. Okay, so we've done it effectively. And what I mean by we've done it is he's done it. No, we've created an unbelievably great situation where effectively every time we get a battery charge, we get a new item. What this means, I mean, for one, I think we just got a tiers upgrade as well. I didn't really look at it. I was looking at X-ray goggles instead. But we are a family. I've got all my sisters and me. But also, we, every 6 rooms... new item. That means boss rush every 3 waves. New item. That's disgustingly good. We're still underpowered. Not grossly so, considering it's the 2nd floor, but underpowered nonetheless. Okay. And this is, like, I'm gonna be slow. That's the other thing. I have put us in a situation where there's kind of no way around it. I'm just gonna use some bombs here. We're fighting the angel statue because the angel statue is actually not just points, but a point modifier, which is somewhat unique as far as dailies go, I think. At least this is what I always say, like, what I've been told, but I don't think it's just what I've been told. It's, like, what I believe as well. Dude, the angel statue is too strong. Take whatever damage you gotta take, you know? That was the worst bomb deflection of all time. I am the worst bomb user. Don't throw just to fight one angel statue, man. That's... I mean, too late, but... Jeez Louise. Okay, at least we got it done. Obviously, that was stupid, but let's move along here. Don't let that overshadow the fact that we're actually in an awesome situation because of our sensible shop pickup. And, you know, woe to anyone... Not W-O-A-H or W-H-O-A, depending on your regionality, but, W-O-E to anybody who sucked up Pageant Boy and thus found it impossible to get into the void, or to get the present. Okay, so we got prayer card. Prayer card should be sucked up. It'll give us another item. Allow me to cleanse my Skype messages here for a moment. What we got here? Okay, yeah. Okay, sweet. Okay, yeah, let's go. We got a squad for Battlegrounds later. That's great news. We sucked up wait what, right? But that's, wait, that's Fool's Mate here. We don't actually want wait what. We want to suck up the prayer card so we gain access to getting the Eternal Hearts out of it. Can't do anything there yet. We can do something here, so I'm going to. 1 key, though, not really where I want to be. I'm hoping to pick up, remember that there's probably another, like, meta game to be played here. And that meta game is that the gift, you know, the present, whatever, it gives you an item from the pool of the room that you're currently standing in. So having a void charge on the deal with the devil, which we do have precedent for because we took Book of Sin, would be extremely useful. In theory, at least. In practice, you know, anything can happen, but I mean, I think our item penalty is going to be enormous, but we should do so much better as a result of getting extra items, you know? For all the items in Isaac that are not necessarily that amazing, or even deleterious, you know, having more items tends to correlate with doing better on a run. Not playing particularly well, that bums me out, but it's... As much as I want to say it's not my fault, it obviously is my fault, but at the same time... come on! Who could have predicted that? Okay. Suck it up, that's HP, and also an item I don't understand, but we'll take Bozo. Hello. Thank you, Kate. Enjoy. Is Bozo really just a 0.1? Oh, 0.1 damage upgrade? Because if so, that's terrible. Although, if we got 100 rate of fire, that can manifest as something a little more useful. We really, really, really need to stop taking so much stupid damage. I also need to sign out of Skype, apparently. There's a lot of important conversations. Everyone works on a different schedule, you know? I send some messages in the morning, reaching out for human contact. If you interact, your life is on contract, but no results. And then, as soon as I start recording Isaac, it's like everybody wants to talk about New England Patriots' chances of winning the Super Bowl this year. I'm going to take this in admiration because I like Beelzebub. I'm also going to buy a bomb. And by bomb, I obviously mean battery charge. How could you get it twisted? We're still a little behind schedule, and, you know, there will probably come a point in which we fight Krampus. It might not be on this floor. Our odds of getting a deal with the devil are relatively truncated right now. Or low. Truncated is just a fancy way to be wrong in your diction here. Did we not find the other secret? Maybe there is no other secret room? Because we've been to every other room. If we fight Krampus on this floor, we will probably be a little slower as well, but what can you do? Chariot, 2 chariots, it's actually excellent. And we will just take this. No, we will not take it, we'll suck it up. Because a 2nd level cube of meat is not that good. HP, Fool card, maybe beats the chariot. It beats it enough for us to just say, let's go. Okay, so we got 9 minutes. We spent 11 minutes going through the first few floors, so... Obviously, I'm feeling a little slower than I'd like to be here, but it's largely the result of our damage. In a cruel twist of fate, I always complain about runs on which we've gotten 0 damage upgrades. Well, this isn't one of those runs. We did get a 0.1 damage upgrade, so what are you complaining about? Black Rune is potentially pretty sweet. I don't think we need to rush yet, but we do need to have a little sense of urgency, you know? It's like we're not late for class. I don't know how many times I've gone on this rant. I don't understand late people. You're not late. Okay. I don't know why I'm going down this road again, but it's because of the metaphor I was about to make, which is like, you're not late for class, but you're looking at your watch and you're like, I'm 10 minutes away and class starts in 6 minutes. That, if late people out there who are like, well, you're not late yet. No, you were late. You're late according to the laws of physics at that point. Again, I am not a late person. And, I mean, I'm stealing a Mike Birbiglia a bit at this point, but I'm not a late person and my wife is a late person, and it creates, I wouldn't say tension, I wouldn't say it aspires to that level, but, oh, that was not very smart of me. Well, rainbow poop? We don't want to suck up IV bag, I think. Even though we have decent amounts of HP right now. In a way, I'm actually very envious of late people because it's a carefree attitude that I aspire to but will never reach. If I have to be somewhere in 45 minutes, that's like the only thing on my mind. Even if it's, you know, 2 minutes away. Well, not 2 minutes. Even if it's a 10-minute drive. I'm like, okay, I gotta be there in 45 minutes, so... Wait, does Bozo give you poops, like rainbow poops occasionally when you get hit? It seems like it could actually be excellent. Alright, so that's what we're looking for, and we're just gonna black rune both of them. That's what... No, it's not what we wanted, but that's okay. We also just sucked up another thing, I thought, but okay, whatever. Let's go. Like, I know where I need to be and how long it's gonna take me to get there at all times, I guess is what I'm saying. You know what? We got this battery charge. Save it for now. We don't need the extra item before we fight the boss. Gertie is just another day at the office. I think we will actually be happy, by the way, that we took a much more aggressive approach to this floor and got out of here in a reasonable time frame, because we're still gonna be like 10 seconds behind schedule. Let me put it this way. If I've gotta be at a dentist appointment at 2 p.m., when I wake up in the morning, I ask Kate, I'm like, what time are we leaving? She says 1:15. In my head, I go, I mean, I know she said 1:15, but we're probably talking... Oh, dude, we got a lump of coal from that? We're probably talking 1:25, 1:27 rolls around. I'm like, we have to go. And we still ended up being 2 minutes early. But even 2 minutes early is late to a person like me. I wanted to be there 10 minutes early sitting in the waiting room. Not because I think they're going to call me, but because it completely, even if their clocks are wrong, it absolves me of the guilt of theoretically being late. Which is mental illness, I think. Anyway, we've gone in a weird direction on this one. I don't know how many items we've gotten at this point that we've basically created out of thin air for ourselves. We have a great rate of fire, like we're at the cap for rate of fire, but just terrible damage, man. At this point, give me Blood Clot. Like, it's not amazing, but it's good enough to be exciting. Magnified by the amount of tears we got, at least. Wheel of Fortune is fine. Keep in mind, in case it wasn't implicitly clear, or in case, you know, maybe it's been a while since you watched dailies, you know, it happens from time to time. A daily that goes to the cathedral doesn't go to the cathedral. You're actually, your principal desire is to go to the Hush fight, and then use that as a springboard to get to the Void. And then on the Void, you want to Alt F4 before you fight Delirium, but I don't play that game. That's the general gist of it. So I figured, wait, there's another enemy alive. Oh! Good kill, actually. We won't need our Fool card to teleport out of Boss Rush. Let me put it this way. If we do need our Fool card to teleport out of Boss Rush, we're already screwed. So, there you go. Take Guppy's Paw. We don't want to suck up Guppy's Paw. I do sort of wish I had Black Rune, but I'm happy that we got Guppy's Paw nonetheless. So, then the game plan becomes... The problem is this will suck up a battery as well. So, I think you actually start by going like this. And, I mean, soy milk with lump of coal is actually pretty okay. You're gonna think I'm out of my mind, and I may well be. But I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I've taken it. I mean, it has been taken at this point. Onsus me. Okay, we're, again, behind schedule. It's a problem. We have 3 bombs. That's not enough to really make big plays here. I think inside of me, there's naivety, but also hope that the game wouldn't let me, almost Beelzebub, the game wouldn't let me be wrong by taking soy milk. You know what I mean? Like, soy milk has to be the right decision just by virtue of the fact that it exists. At some point, we will get the item that makes it obvious that soy milk was the right call for this run. I mean, we lowered our damage by 80% effectively, and we lowered our rate of fire by 80%. So the big piss off is the knockback from soy milk that makes it substantially harder to get the kill shot on an enemy, but that's fine. I can live with that. If only you got points per, like, tier fired or something like that. I can't... There's no way I can go back to that shop. It's just not a plausible action for us. Cricket's head. Nah, we don't need Mom's Locket. In fact, we're actually pretty happy having extra invincibility after we get hit. Or a refractory period, if you will. So we're gonna have to go extremely fast to make it to boss rush, and we need to make it to boss rush to get good points on this run. It's gotta be boss rush and hush. It's the only play. You can't take it, so don't even bother. Get a tears upgrade. I know it's a range and a luck upgrade. Dude, there's no damage on this run. I ain't even that mad about it, but what are you supposed to do when there's no damage on the run? Admittedly, I passed over some rerolls that could have been helpful. There's no other exit to that secret room. Secret rooms have been brutal. Sometimes they don't even exist. Blind Rage allowed us to get out of there for free, which is lovely. Now, the big good thing about this is that we actually are in a great situation to kill Mom. And to kill Mom quickly. And even, you know, some of these rooms are not going too badly. Knockback's a little rough, but we gotta check that as well, because if it's Emperor or something, we can take it and feel a lot safer. Strength, it's a good card. We don't need homing tears, let's be real. So we got 3 bombs, you skip this room. It's not necessarily that bad, but you skip it. You skip this one, too. Now we should fight, because we only have 1 bomb left here. We got SMB Superfan. I'm gonna get hit. I did not get hit, but we also got a bomb, which is why I wasn't pissed off. So we got a small damage upgrade. Doesn't mean as much as you might think. And we're on the clock. Like, it's tight. Chocolate milk, soy milk was actually just an enormous damage increase. You know what? Fuck the Tinted Rock, dude. Fudge the Tinted Rock. Sorry, family-friendly filter. Got stressed out in the moment, and I would do it again if I had the chance. We definitely should not have even gone into that room. We're going to make it to boss rush. Honestly, the chocolate milk, soy milk combination, I was not aware of. I actually thought that I had screwed myself. I thought I was going to have to charge up extremely low potency shots. That's not the case, obviously. So we'll take this. We can't afford to fight Krampus, so we bounce. Pop strength. Some good items in here. I would love to void them all, but we don't have the option. So instead, we're just going to take sad bombs, and then we're going to create a sad Mr. Boom. We got Host Hat as well. And honestly, immunity to explosions, considering we've got Mr. Boom, is probably pretty good. So I don't think we're particularly poorly equipped for this run anymore. Surely there were some times where it looked a little dire, but honestly, the chocolate milk pickup has changed everything. So the top scores on today's run, it's amazing how we go from, like, I don't think I'm going to get a good score, to what are the top scores on today's runs. But for real, like, we now are in, I wouldn't say contention for #1, because I don't know if I've ever had a score that was like 57,000, unless they gave us, like, you know, Azazel, and then the run was also Brimstone on the first deal with the devil, and then the damage got out of control. So, you know, I don't want to suggest that we're even close to that level, but why are my Mr. Boom sad bombs not working? I don't know if I would recommend what I did there, but we'll just leave this item here because we're in the rare opportunity to be able to get like multiple void payouts on the same room, which means that we should be able to get we should really kill the Haunt first, which means we should be able to get stem cells turned into a statistical increase that's not stem cells. You know what? Wait a minute, no, I was gonna say Bozo is only a 0.1 damage upgrade because of soy milk, but we had soy milk after we got Bozo. So that effectively means is that Bozo was actually a 0.01 damage upgrade by the time we were done with it, which is a bit of a sobering thought. Well, we've certainly gotten enough range upgrades to make Lump of Coal worthwhile. Let's see what we get on this one. Obviously HP. We got... It seemed like legitimately another range upgrade. But I will say, multi-dimensional baby with our kind of ridiculous soy milk Lump of Coal run seems like it could land the enemies in some hot water here, dude. By the way, I fully expect our sad bombs to suck. Come on, multi-dimensional baby. Oh, that's the first damage we've taken here, though, so I really can't be too salty about it. We got a battery charge and key bum, so we're going to use that battery charge. We got Mom's Knife, which is not good with soy milk, but we are up to 3 damage now. I don't know what we got to give us that 3 damage, but 3 damage with a 1 rate of fire is very good. So we're also going to suck up Mom's Knife. And that's not a noble decision. It's just, it doesn't make sense not to suck up Mom's Knife here. Oh, you know why we have 3 damage? Part of it is the strength card. You might notice I haven't really mentioned at all how I feel about our chances of making the Hush fight. It's because I feel that they're pretty good. Even if we only have, like, we'll probably have 1.6 damage is probably the smart money, huh? A quarter. Good for points, but in hindsight, might have preferred to just suck it up. But if we're getting, if we're going to get to the Void Floor, or sorry, the Blue Womb to fight Hush regardless, I guess we should be pleased that we got an extra 25 cents. That could pay dividends. All we really need is a restock and a battery charge, and then we get, like, 5-cent items. Not forever, maybe, but for a long time. It seems like forever is a very long time. Kanye West, diamonds are forever. We're going to be a little bit below my average points. You actually have to take that, as stupid as it seems. Deal is not open anymore. And it's actually not stupid, which is the best part. But anyway, let's move on here. We still have to go pretty fast, but I actually think that we're going to tear enemies up here. Emperor. It's a good card. You realize these could be battery charges. So, again, go fast, but also... I feel like that's completely worthless for us. Blank room. So it's an AWAS, which is actually a crawl space, which, if it's a black market, like, we'd be running down a dream here. So again, hey self, I know that you're enamored with the situation. You know what? Take the moon card. I know you're enamored with the situation as it presents itself, but you can't afford to go wicked flippin' slow right now. So you keep that Emperor card. That's good stuff. And we've actually upped our damage pretty nicely. I don't really care to take that, as you might expect. So I'm gonna moon card, and the expectation here is that the moon card is gonna take us much closer to the boss, or at least closer, save us a little bit of time. So again, Tiny Planet, while we lose in the ability to actually, you know, aim, I would say we certainly gain in the potency of our shots thanks to Soy Milk and, I mean, I don't really care about losing the Deal with the Devil Chance here, but Soy Milk and the, multi-dimensional baby combined with Lump of Coal. Like, obviously this is not our secret room, because we have X-ray goggles. Stop. There we go. Alright, I think we're still doing fine. Extremely bad use of the High Priestess. But it's not like High Priestess was really gonna help us on the Hush fight. Dude, I am gonna need you to pop up. Well, maybe I won't, actually. That was pretty bad on my part, I'll admit. Dude, we just want that. That's guaranteed. HP, you know what? No, we shouldn't have, because it is going to slightly lower our, bonus when we finish the run, but whatever. Who cares? Okay. Still doing fine here. Again, a little bit lower than I'd expect to be on points normally. So I feel like I'm, like, academically out of my depth. Like, there is an easier win here with big points that I'm missing. And, I mean, the answer might be as simple as ignore soy milk, but this is a fun run, so I think we've got that rare intersection of fun run plus, like, decent rank. Now, we could suck up the shovel, but I sort of just don't care about sucking up the shovel. I don't think that it's that good. I will suck up Ouija board, because we effectively already have it. It's a 0.2 damage increase. And then we'll use a bomb back here. I'm going to take Infamy. That's a great item. And then I'm going to suck up Ghost Baby. And that gave us nothing? It's a second lump of coal? Which I don't think there's any reason to take. Maybe sometimes the gift whiffs or something. But obviously a second lump of coal is highly, highly irrelevant. And we could play that, but we don't have Nun's Habit, so... I mean, I think a second lump of coal is irrelevant. So I'm going to operate under the assumption that it is, and we're just going to move along to what I hope is the general area of the boss fight. If this is spun, I'll be a happy camper. Not spun. The stars. Not particularly strong. Although we have a deal with the devil chance, I feel like I don't really want to get too funky with my decision-making process here. Just come back. You know, we got lump of coal back here. That's basically a stat increase plus another item. Little Brim. We're not seeming to get the stat increase anymore. Maybe we've tapped out of Void. Maybe you can only get X number of stat increases. Because Lord knows, 20 stat increases is fair, but 21 would just be ridiculous and take away from the spirit of the game. Maybe it's just coincidence. I don't know. It seems possible. We do have a deal with the devil chance, so I'm going to save our Void play just to see what we get here. If we don't get hit and we get a deal with the devil, we might be able to create a deal with the devil, but I did just get hit, so. There's still a 1 in 200 chance, though. Which we missed. You know what? Let's create a shop item when we come down here. Maybe that'll be the difference maker. There's battery charges. I don't think we want to suck down here. Let's see. We want compound fracture. Like, it would be nice to get both, but compound fracture is not worth the suck. You never suck up the D6. It's a rule I've been taught through experience and being yelled at on YouTube. So I'm going to believe that that rule is true. We need restock to give us the cell here. Okay, Jar of Flies. Can you suck up Jar of Flies? Mom's Purse is not good, but not necessarily bad. Hangman. We really can't fly yet, huh? It's wild, dude. Grab that. Let's see what the card is. It's Death. That's not very good. So we want Emperor and Dagaz, I think, just in case we get a curse we hate. And then what do we have back here? D6? Which we don't have battery charges for. Alright, kind of a bad Hush fight, but life goes on. Compound Fracture is going to be ridiculous. The only thing is, Hush is a very difficult enemy to hit with Tiny Planet. It's much better to shoot straight on for Hush. Straight on till morning, like Blues Traveler's best album. Than it is to stand close enough to him to hit him, like, at any point on your radius. So I think we're gonna kill him pretty quickly. I don't think it's gonna be too cumbersome here, but so this is a run that was very fun and very easy. The seam is obvious. It's weird. It feels like actually Compound Fracture was bad. Like when a tier breaks via Compound Fracture, it kills like all of the tiers that I had. Something funky going on. You see that? Like, sometimes we just lose all of our tiers, and I don't know what's causing that. But I have to assume it's Compound Fracture because I never noticed it before. All this being said, we're still, you know, we're crushing them. Getting hit twice on the Hush fight is not damning. We're also gonna, like, Void should be no problem. I think we got a good chance to rank well today. And what I was gonna say is that the scene today was perfect. I love that it was fairly conventional, or at least fairly obvious, but it required you to not void Pageant Boy. And the vast majority of the time, voiding Pageant Boy is smart money. You know, you don't want the HP as badly as you want, or sorry, you don't want the money as badly as you want a stat increase, if you're just trying to win a run, at least. So we want to go this way. All right. So if there's a curse, we just purge it right away. I mean, we don't get any value out of Dagaz otherwise, so... Nope, no curse. Okay, so we still pop Dagaz, because there's no reason not to. I think, honestly, we'll probably rank worse today than we ranked on a lot of our recent dailies. But I think it's probably still in the top 200 is my guess. You know that I'm feeling confident because I didn't say top 250. Which is my... It's like if I'm feeling very confident, maybe top 50. If I'm feeling decent, top 250. What do we want here? Like, are there any particular items that interest us? Like, maybe we want secret room items in particular. You know, you get something like the rune bag. I guess you would be looking for, like, Yera rune bag. Or Yera from rune bag, and then, you know, you'd Yera, like, some battery charges or something, but... I don't know, I mean, we can only really Yera secret rooms, or sorry, we can only really void for special items, secret rooms, and boss rooms. So, it kind of narrows down the decision-making process, unless we get a Joker card, which is conceivable, but... I mean, we have a good reason to use this. Maybe we shouldn't have gone that far. Why does this only work sometimes? But we do have an Eternal Heart. Or sorry, we have Prayer card with Void, so... It's possible that I may have just fucked up our whole run. There goes that F-bomb again. But, you know, some situations warrant it. Gosh darn it. And this is one of them. We don't want to suck up Potato Peeler. It's just too risky. So take your HP upgrade. I actually, in a slightly controversial turn of action, I don't think we want Fruitcake, because with Tiny Planet, some of the shots have a chance to hit us. So, you know, if we get like a Fire Mine that's too close to us or something like that, it's just slightly too risky. I'd much rather just Void. We should pick it up because we are getting closer to Bookworm, which probably will not be relevant, but could have some relevance, I suppose. By the way, the main reason I used Potato Peeler was not to get cubes of meat. It was to get, you know, what was it, like a 0.2 damage upgrade per play. It might have even been less now that I look at our HP. That seems implausible, but... hey, stop that. I think we would rather just take this and not void it. We got plenty of items to void. That's not a problem right now. Yera. Okay, so we do want Yera, but we definitely want Algiz as much or more than the Emperor card, because one of them's get out of jail free on Delirium, the other one lets us probably kill Delirium. So we got a mild shot speed increase, and then Glaucoma is like concussive tiers, and it lowers our visibility. So effectively, basically irrelevant. Thanks for the shot speed increase. But also, I guess, thank you for the Eternal Heart, which... Now that we've got some protection for it, is pretty much guaranteed to mature here. Still kind of hoping for battery charges. What do you got for me? Blank Rune, I don't know what that Blank Rune is. Either way, I think we want Blind Rage. We don't care about Counterfeit Penny so much. And we'll take Flatworm just to make our shots have a larger hitbox. Okay, so open. Sesame. Fool card's irrelevant. Go back. We're going to grab... we're going to use Void on the glaucoma room. My favorite wing at the ophthalmologist. That was a huge luck upgrade. And then Mom's Pad when we already have the Mom transformation. So, I mean, that's an item that I would actually just not at all care about sucking up. So, we can now abandon this wing of the floor, I think. It would be really, really nice to start picking up like some 2-ofs, you know, 2 of spades. We don't need a 2 of diamonds. I wouldn't turn it down, but you know, a 2 of clubs or a 2 of spades would be real nice. We're waiting for battery charges, but Black Rune has value. In fact, a Yerad Black Rune is not a bad gamble, in my opinion. I mean, Sun and Strength also have value. I mean, maybe you just roll Alge's Sun. Won't you come and wash away the rain? You know, I can see the value in an Alge's Sun combo here. Why is the Black Rune better? This sounds like the start of a joke, but I've never been more serious about anything. You gotta use it once. Damage increase, range increase with no conceivable penalties. That's nice. Oh, that was bad damage. It's better because it can suck up active items without taking their effect. It just gives you stat increases for them, which in some situations is bad, and in some situations is great. So I think I've done an okay job of articulating what I'm going to do on this Delirium fight. Essentially, pop that Alge's Rune. And I expect to take damage here. I don't expect that we will get out of this without taking damage. Which is what the Sun card is effectively for completely here. But look at the potency of these shots, dude. If we're fighting an immobile enemy, the shots go wild. That was like the easiest Delirium fight we've ever had. Well, it wasn't the easiest, but it was up there, you know? Alright, so now that we've actually successfully beaten this run, for all intents and purposes, I'm probably going to start to, you know, speed up. I don't want to play fast and loose and, like, take so much damage that we compromise our ranking too much, but we don't really need the... It's tough, though, because the keys actually are a bonus, and luck upgrades will pay dividends or whatever on the rest of this. I picked up Mom's key. Is it Latch key that drops 2 keys and Mom's key doesn't? Because I felt like it's not how it's supposed to work, but I may actually just be dealing with, like, the mania of being on a run that's this ridiculous right now. We should check that. Battery charges? These are champions that can... No, they're battery... Or they're penny champions. Nun's Habit is actually the right call. Belly button. We don't really need another trinket, but thought we might as well see what it has, you know? Fight this guy. At this point, our shot speed is so ridiculous that I think it's actually costing us damage. Like, enemies are running into me. Like, did you see how fast that bomb got ricocheted off the screen there? Sure, why not? I mean, again, sack of sacks, battery charges. They're all tied together here. Okay, that's a little cruel. I spawned on... Battery... Oh! Well, we want to do it like this, weirdly enough. Because we don't want to suck up the battery charges. Again, it's slightly confusing, but... Maybe it doesn't even suck up the battery charges, but... Take Blood of the Martyr. Crank up. We do want to suck this up, but we don't want to do it yet, I think. Magnet. Okay, maybe we don't want to suck it up, because we definitely want to suck up the magnet. Yeah, I don't think we're getting stat increases anymore. Bummer. We did get Beelzebub after 100 years. We're coming very close to the end of this one, though. As much as the sacks maybe, you know, we should be going to them. Look at this run. You know, I have become Death Destroyer of Worlds. I think we've... Might not have the best score, but we've got a run that is very uniquely me. And, I like that. I told you... Not that soy milk would necessarily... That's really good. Not that soy milk would necessarily be the right decision, but that it wasn't the wrong decision. And I think we were lucky enough to have that proved here. I mean, we probably should just take the wafer. I mean, as cocky as I can be, we don't want to be idiots. The wafer's a great item. Alright, let's go. I mean, I know we haven't done every single room here. That's okay. Take care of the pounds and the flipping pennies take care of themselves, man. Ooh, I am yawning, but... Dude, there's nothing to yawn about with this run. This is a fun one. I think we're going to be top 150. I'll get more aggressive there. Top 150. 81st. That's like exactly the same as we ranked scoreboard-wise yesterday. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.